Good afternoon, everybody. Today is October 29th. We are back with another Updates Unveiled. Now, I will warn you, it has been a while since I was able to do an updates, but I have been really busy building out some really cool stuff. I also have a little bit of an announcement, and you guys are going to see exactly how this is going to be transforming and really building out some really cool stuff headed into SAM 2.0. But let's go ahead and let's dive in, and I'm going to show you exactly what we've been working on, and we're going to talk about it. All right, so now that we are inside the Systems Accelerator Manager, we need to go ahead and address a couple things. So starting off, you're going to notice on the left-hand side, the icons have changed just a little bit. And this is because one of the things that I was doing in preparation for launching SAM 2.0, we are adding a lot of power, a lot of features through the communications matrix that we're going to talk about in just a second, is I realized that our left-hand side was getting a little full. And so what I did is I went ahead and on the top right-hand side, it says hi and then your name. And then it has your initials next to it. I built a little drop down that allows you to locate your profile, which is your profile settings. I've renamed it, your integrations, the account information, as well as a log out function. Now, what this does is it's going to allow you to be able to access all of those features. They didn't necessarily make sense to keep on the left-hand side. I played around for a little bit with a pop-out menu. Didn't seem right. So I went ahead and I put it up on the top right-hand. It mimics where most settings functionality is within software. So I went ahead and did that. Now, once I did that, I was able to, at the beginning of the summer, build into SAM a contact database. Then I threw it into beta, and we were able to start playing around and make sure the contact database worked really well. Now, the ultimate goal is to have a contact, a properties, and a transactions database, each separate, so that you are able to house all of the different pieces of your real estate process inside of SAM. So this is going to become an all-in-one CRM. But for now, you have the CRM functions. You're able to store all of your contacts inside of SAM. Now, the really cool thing about the contact section is you're able to do smart imports. So SAM is able to help you. You can literally copy paste information from the web, from someone's website or social media profiles, and SAM will be able to take that information and create a contact card. You can import CSVs. SAM's going to help you understand what fields those are. Having worked in real estate technology for quite some time, sometimes importing is really difficult. And so being able to leverage SAM to do that is just gangbusters. Now, another thing that you can do is you can select layouts, whether it's a standard layout or maybe you want to tailor down the layout of your list for perhaps a call list. You can do that, and you can do that really quickly. You can also create filters and lists so that you're able to do that really easily. But inside of that, that is what we were able to do. But the real power in the contact database comes inside of the contact card. So you can either double click, or I like to slide to the right and then click on that edit, and you're going to see the contact card. Now, on the very top, you have some basic contact features with the information. But what we've been able to do is inside the contact card, you can actually have multiple addresses, multiple phone numbers, and multiple emails. Now, the other really cool thing that you can do is you can add them to unsubscribe or do not call lists, so that if for some reason you need to keep a contact's information, but they need to be added to a do not call list, you're able to do that. On top of that, if you click this little icon, you can send text messages, you can dial the phone, you can add them to a call list, or if you click on the email, it'll pull up an email editor that is going to allow you to do some really cool stuff. We'll cover that in just a second. But after that, on the very bottom, we have your category, your type, your status, milestones, relationship status, source, and then two really important areas that I'm actually really excited about, because this is something that is just going to really showcase how powerful SAM is for helping you. And it's really kind of the crux of modern real estate technology. So this is called your contact preference. Now, I like to say I'm a millennial, don't call me, right? And so my contact preference is probably either a text message, so you can send it via SMS, or an email, right? Those are going to be the ways in which I respond to you most frequently. So if you as a real estate agent learn that someone you're working with, whether it's a lead, a customer, or a past client, does not like to be on the phone, but they will answer their email every single time, now you have a place in which you can denote that. You can also denote languages, and that is going to allow you to do something really cool. I'll show you that in just a second. Now, after that, we have tags. Tags are very common. I like to describe them as the little file folders inside of your computer that allow you to just kind of organize all of the different things. And so in this case, the thing is a contact, right? So you can build out these lists based on all of that different information. After that, we have what are called important dates. Now, I'm going to dive exactly into what the routines are, but the important dates are step one of the communication matrix. Now, the real power in the important dates is these are what trigger your automations. So instead of thinking about automations as being these multi-hundred step processes that encompass a first-time home buyer experience or a contractor close experience, that oftentimes are very complex, and sometimes we don't even know where to start. Now, using important dates, you can zoom in specifically on little micro moments and figure out what is a great experience that I can provide as a real estate agent to my person on this. Now, the ultimate goal is to give you guys the ability to actually add your own important dates. So this is our list currently, but it's actually built out. We just haven't turned it on yet. But you're going to be able to add important dates. So an example, if you find yourself still wondering what is an important date, would be perhaps I build out a birthday routine. We'll dive into exactly what that might look like in just a second. But now when I fill out a contact birthday inside their contact card, I'm working with them, I learn their birthday, and I go, oh, that's cool. I should add that to their contact. Now, Sam is able to immediately trigger an automation simply because I learned their birthday. Now, what that birthday experience using that routine might be is something like adding to your calendar that it's that day. You're going to schedule to handwrite a birthday card and put it in the mail a week before. Maybe even on the day, you can schedule for a crumble cookie to arrive at their home and their office specifically for them. Now, think of what a great experience that is coming from their real estate agent. This is going to be one of those experiences that they're probably going to share on social media, and they're definitely going to tell their friends about. And so these are great ways to build our repeat and referral pipelines. And all we had to do was leverage Sam in filling in that birth date using a routine. So we'll dive into routines in just a second. But outside of that, we have personal details and priorities. These two sections hold a lot of power because inside of them, Sam is actually able to help us. So personal details are all the fun things that you learn about someone while you're building a relationship with them. These are their likes, their dislikes, goals, hobbies, favorite foods, or maybe their dreams, right? We can add all of these personal details, and traditionally, we kind of already have been. This is something that when I built this into Sam, it came from the fact that CRMs allow you to store this information, but then they don't do anything with it. Well, Sam is actually going to be able to help you by using this information. So we have our personal details. We also have priorities. These are things that this contact is looking for in their dream home. You know, a 3-bed, 2-bath, mid-century with a fenced-in backyard. That sounds pretty nice. I now know this, and in adding it to this contact, Sam is then able to help use this information when it's communicating or creating messages for me inside of the system. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like in just a second. Now, outside of that, we have a calendar that we've built in. And so inside the contact, anytime we have a calendar event, an activity that involves them, it is going to be shown inside their contact card. Now, best practice would probably be to reference the calendar, but if we're looking inside a contact card, we can see exactly what we've got coming up, as well as what we've currently completed using the activities. Then outside of that, we have a notes section. You can connect different contacts to each other based on the relationships that they have. Now, this is really great because say I am needing as a real estate agent to email a husband and wife duo. Well, I can have them set inside of my contacts as a connection, and that is going to ensure that the primary contact receives that email, but then the secondary contact gets CC'd as well. So I don't have to stress about, oh, did the husband actually understand what was going on while I was communicating with the wife? So you can do some really cool stuff like that. The other really cool thing that you can do is click into a contact that you have a connection with, and it'll pull up their contact card. So some real power there. Outside of that, you can add files that are pertinent for that. Now, this is going to bring me, speaking of Mark Stepp, to a really big moment that happened. So I kind of talked to you guys about in the very end of the summer, Mark Stepp, who is my father, he is a 34-year veteran of real estate technology. He arguably is the inventor of the workflows platform, the automations in which we use, and he has created and run now 3 successful real estate technology businesses. So he has graciously accepted my invite to join the team over here at Workflow Secrets as of the end of the summer. So Mark started migrating into a consulting role, working with automations, real estate, and AI. And I thought to myself, you know, Mark, that's exactly what I am working on for real estate agents. And I'm building out this SAM product. Now, before then, I'd gotten to show him a couple of little things here and there. He'd give me a little feedback, but nothing of importance. But this time, I actually sat down. I said, look, Mark, I've spent my entire career getting to hear about your dreams, your aspirations, and watching your good days and your bad days. And that whole time, fundamentally, there has been one thing that I've always felt like I wanted to help you do, and it was create your dream system for real estate agents. I just truly believe that he has a fundamentally good grasp on what you guys as real estate agents need and how we can accomplish that using technology. Now, outside of that, he's helped literally thousands of real estate agents build these crazy businesses, the businesses of your dreams, 100+ transaction businesses, businesses where you leave work at 3 p.m. to go hang out with your family, or businesses where you get to take 2 weeks off personal paid vacation, and you've made a promise to yourself, and it always comes with nothing falling through the cracks. These are the businesses that when I listen to his customers share, that's what they're talking about. And so I invited him in and I said, Mark, I'd love to bring you onto the team, and I want you to build your dream system. And I'm calling it the love letter to real estate. So this is where some of the warp speed that you're seeing with Sam is coming from. And that leads us to October 1st, when we launched SAM 2.0. So this is actually SAM 2.0 that you guys are able to see. This has all been just a culmination of some really great things, including the adding in of the communications matrix, which involves routines as well as a couple other things. So let's dive into this routines. Now, we're talking about birthday routines. Well, I can build out an automation that's specifically focused on the birthday, and I can do some really cool stuff. So inside of this, I call it the birthday routine. It's triggering when you fill out that birthday on the important date inside the contact section. Now, what it does is it is going to have Sam write a message for you, and then it is going to send you that message and say, hey, this person's birthday is coming up. Here is a custom message based on the personal details that I read in their contact card. And go ahead, write it down on a card, put it in the mail, and it will show up at their birthday. And now you've written them a custom birthday card. And, you know, at that point, all you have to do is read it, apply a little bit of editing to it based on your own personal styling. But the power inside of this, Sam knows how you write. It knows who they are, and it can create a message truly written custom for them. Now, some really cool things you could maybe, you know, I oftentimes find myself purchasing again and again and again frequent books. So maybe you have a book of the year that you absolutely adore, and you are sending it to everyone you can think of. So maybe you have a routine activity that just reminds you to order that book for their birthday. You already have their address, so you know exactly where to send it to. and you can build things like that. Maybe it's a crumble cookie that shows up at their office the day of, or a bottle of wine. You can add a call. So you can build out these really cool birthday experiences. And truthfully, you can build out a routine for any single one of these important dates. And you can build these to create what we call world-class client experiences inside of these contacts. So some really powerful automation building inside of SAM, but this is all taking the idea of, rather than being large processes, you're just looking at a specific piece of that process, and you can do it really efficiently. And so now that we have routines, well, we need to build in some templates. So templates are just the storage of the messages we create. Now, these can either come from other systems, they can come from your Google Docs, or maybe you want to handwrite a brand new one. You title it, give it a subject, and then you can start writing the message. Now, the really cool thing inside of SAM 2.0 is you can actually have SAM help you. So you click on this little icon to the left hand. I call it the shimmers. Let me know if you have a better name for it. But it's going to ask for an objective. And an objective is just SAM saying, what do we want to write this about? Well, in the name of birthday, since we're kind of in this line of thinking, maybe the objective is create a personalized happy birthday message for this contact, wishing them happy birthday and letting them know that I'm really thinking about them. So you could write something like that. You hit submit. SAM would be able to create this message. Now, I call them messages because if you think back to the contact card, I stated that I'm a millennial. Don't call me, right? And so maybe they don't prefer emails, but they will always respond to a text message. So we're able to create an email, and then we can have SAM convert it into a text message for us once we've created that. Now, when SAM sends this out, it's going to reference what is their priority, and it can send it out either way. So you've got some really cool ability to start reaching your people where they are in their preferred method of communication. And that's been a really cool addition inside of the templates. Again, we're working to add things to your real estate technology that simply are not being added to other systems. Once we have that, obviously we have the calendar section. The calendar is going to allow you to see your calendar, your team members' calendar. You're able to look at days, weeks, months, years. You can toggle to today. You can see all of the different activities and which ones SAM was able to run automatically for you, which ones SAM is helping you create, but you need to go reference those. And that's where you go into the outbox. So any message that SAM helps you create gets sent to the outbox. This is kind of a proofing ground to make sure that you review all of your messages before SAM sends it. I like to say you wouldn't hire an assistant and give them the keys to the kingdom. So don't just let SAM write your messages. You have to preview them. So in this, you're going to see past due. Those are probably the most important because we need to get them done, right? And we can edit that, we can delete it, we can choose to send it, and we can really focus on exactly what we have to send. Now, we also have messages that are upcoming, and we can adjust how far into the future we're able to see. We can also see messages that we've already sent, and we can see how far into the past we're able to see. And then if we have any that are currently getting ready to be run, we'll be able to see those. It's hidden right now just because I don't have any current activities. And then at the very bottom, we've got drafts. Maybe these are messages that don't have a recipient or they're not quite ready to go. And we just put them in the drafts so that they get, stationed for later. So we have our outbox that allows SAM to send messages on our behalf once we've previewed them that it has written. So that's pretty cool. But then we also have added in a call log. Now, this is one of Mark's bigger projects that he's most recently been focusing in on to help us, and it's got some really big power. So obviously, it looks very similar to the outbox. We have past due calls, upcoming, completed. When you click on them, you're going to see the information of this person. Now, inside of your integrations, if you have an integration with Twilio, or if on your laptop or on your PC, you have a Skype or some sort of messaging service, you can actually place calls inside of SAM. Now, the ultimate goal that him and I are building is going to be a call area where you can add notes. And those notes, Sam will actually be able to take and transcribe into the contact's details. So maybe we learn that their favorite food is spaghetti. Well, Sam will then pick up on that and add it to the personal details, right? So you can do some really cool things like that. And the ultimate goal, I suppose, would be for Sam to gather a transcript of the actual interaction. And then it will be able to take all of that, condense it down into notes for you about the call, and then add those notes into the contact section. The other thing that I really am hoping to build into this is some coaching. I personally, when I worked in sales, really struggled with the cold calls where you've got about 3.5 milliseconds to read someone's name correctly and you know absolutely nothing about them. So perhaps Sam can help you by sharing some information from that contact's personal details, just so you have some conversation starters inside of that. So that is the power of the calls section. And now we have a really well-functioning system inside of it. Now, on top of that, we have some other really specific things that we've added into the system. So inside of the contact card itself, when you're writing tags, the first time that you type in a tag, it's going to denote or recognize the case. Is it uppercase B in birthday or is it lowercase b in birthday? And something we noticed was, well, if you write uppercase B birthday, but then lowercase b birthday, those become 2. Well, we've been tasked Sam to be a little smarter than that, and he is able to do that and do that really successfully. You're also able to, inside of the integrations tab, do lots of different things. One of which is you can set up email forwarding inside of SAM. So a lot of real estate agents use a company called Zapier to basically send their leads into their database. Well, now inside of SAM, you can actually do that. So you do that by creating these custom emails that go to an @sam@workplace-secrets.info address. And you can denote where they're coming from. You can copy them and you can start to send leads into your database. The other thing that you can do is you can add your Google account into SAM, and this is going to authorize you to send emails through your Google account, and it's basically giving SAM permission to do that. So we now have the ability to integrate with Google. You can actually send leads into the system. Twilio allows you to set up different phone numbers, and SendGrid is another way in which you can send out emails that are going to also give you the ability inside of the templates tab to look at what we call reporting. So now anytime you send out a message, you can look at how many times it was processed, who it was delivered to, who opened it, and we can start to use this information to inform our forward progress. And this is a really cool feature that kind of comes from the dashboards product that I had built before I started building SAM. So this is the guts of what we have coming on. Now, obviously, there is so much that I just covered. Truthfully, SAM 2.0 is so powerful. I'm just so excited for you guys to get into the system. And we are currently doing every 2 weeks pretty well events to kick off SAM and to really show you how you're able to create these routines. There's also dozens of training videos, and I have tutorial videos on each of the different areas of focus inside of SAM, so you guys are able to understand exactly how to do that. So there's a lot of things coming, and we are only just getting started. So go ahead and hop into your SAM account, start using all of these different functions inside of the SAM 2.0, and really watch as you're able to create these automations really efficiently. You're able to leverage SAM to build out your systems in a really succinct, really fast way. And man, you are just going to have a tool that truthfully, no other tool on the market is going to rival. And it's probably going to be at a fraction of the cost. So that's really cool too. But that is what we have as of October 29th, 2024. And I hope you've enjoyed this Updates Unveiled. I will see you guys in our next one.